Hi guys, I'm back again with another short video, and I'm going to keep it short is what I say. Entitle this video Moment of Clarity, because people have been telling me, oh, your channel shows so many videos, but your videos are being removed. Some of them are disabled, they won't play. So let me start by saying that a lot of things I passionately spoke, even though they were the truth, it might have come off as offensive. So this is why I'm calling this a moment of clarity. So let me clarify some things, because a lot of the videos are relating to a certain topic, because YouTube don't tell you. They just say your videos is offensive, or somebody flagged it as offensive, when some of the ones that they took down, nobody even viewed the video yet. But I'm gonna briefly state this about the Khazars, and I was using the word crypto Jews, which I went back and I reread that article, where the leaked article where Benjamin Netanyahu says that we are Khazars now, when they were talking about moving some of the Jews to the Ukraine. Now, there's a difference, because there was a statement towards the end of the article where the lady was like, don't get us confused with Zionists. You know, she said we can live anywhere, because you have Jews that accept that Jesus came, died on the cross, was resurrected, and went to heaven. Then you have some that are still looking for him to come, like my uncle. My uncle is a Jew by conversion. So you have those that converted by Judaism. All he follows is the Tanakh and the Torah. He does not mention the Old Testament. I have a cousin that's a Muslim. He actually runs a mosque. He's an actual imam. So I don't want anybody thinking that I got something against all these other people because they don't follow Christianity or don't follow Jesus. And I do not want to be insensitive to other people's feelings. So I'm just going to do this little short study, which this is not a Bible study, but I'm just going to simply point out something in the Word. In Genesis chapter 17, it starts with Abram. When God called Abram out of the land of Ur and made a covenant with him, that first covenant was the covenant of circumcision. And please forgive me for those who aren't really into the Bible, but for those who obviously was offended, follow some type of religion, or probably was a Jew. So let me just clarify what I mean and what I was trying to get across that possibly came off as offending. So you had Abraham that was called out by God. His name was Abram. When he accepted the covenant, God changed his name to Abraham and told him he would be a father of many, and the promised seed was coming through him. Okay, so all in the Old Testament, they did not use the word Jew. They were Hebrew Israelites. When they went into captivity in Egypt, you hear Pharaoh over and over and over again saying the Hebrews, the Hebrews, the Hebrews. Then also, when you get to the New Testament, they begin to use the word Jew. Now, some scholars say that that word shouldn't have even been in the Bible, because Jesus, you remember when they was arguing about the Passion of the Christ and trying to get Mel Gibson to remove one line or a couple of lines where they said his blood be upon us and our children, and he had to remove that line. And my one of my pastors was saying, I don't get it, you know, he's a Jew, you know, why are they basically tripping? Jesus came from the tribe of Judah. He was a Judean. So you remember with the inscription that Pilate wrote above the cross, King of the Jews? And some scholars said that that was inaccurate. It should have been king of the Judeans. Because if you know one thing, the tribes was split when David died and when Solomon died because of Solomon's sins. When God told Solomon not to go back to Egypt to get anything, but he did. He had 700 wives and 300 concubines, and he began to worship false gods, you know, to please his wives. So that displeased God. So he told him that the kingdom will be rent from you, but, you know, he's going to allow 2 to remain. So when his son came along after Solomon died, the kingdom was rent. Rehoboam took 10 tribes. Jeroboam took 10 tribes. Rehoboam, which was Solomon's son, had Judah and Benjamin. So those were the 2 tribes. And then continuous wars continue to break out. So as you start reading about kings, 1 Kings and 2 Kings, and as the different kings was coming up, it was on both sides. You had a king coming to the throne in Israel, just like Ahab. And then you had a king coming on the other side, king of Judah. So they were coming up. And then eventually a war broke out and they were scattered. The 10 tribes were scattered. But then you get to the 1st century and you see Hebrews there. The Apostle Paul, after Jesus had went back to heaven and the centurion was questioning him, he started speaking. He told him that he's a Hebrew. Well, he was arguing the fact that he was trying to get out of going to jail. And, you know, and they wanted to beat him. And see, Paul had a Jewish father and a Greek mother. So these Hebrews were Hebrews based on the father. And the Jews in Israel today go by the mother. So that's a distinction between the two. So Paul basically told him, will you be the Roman? And the guy said, art thou a Roman? He said, I paid a great sum to be free. And then Paul said, I was free born, you know. And then he told him, because the centurion said, I thought you was Egyptian. So you see, Egyptian, Paul evidently looked black. Egyptians are black. We're talking about 1st century. So you have Hebrew Israelites. You have a group that converted to Judaism, but all they know is, I came up in this generation, you know, I've been a Jew all my life. So they are Jews by that way. And then you have some like my uncle that later on in life, he converted to Judaism, you know, so he calls himself a Jew. When we go to family reunions, you know, you can imagine what it's like. You have a Jew, you have Christians, and you have a Muslim. So my family is very diverse. I don't want anybody thinking that I got an issue with a certain religion that people follow, because I don't. And another thing I wanted to say is that I wouldn't have never known that all my videos was disappearing, being disabled, because, you know, like I said, I'm a new YouTuber, and when you watch your videos, you're able to see everything. So people were telling me, man, even some of the good ones are gone now. So that was kind of sad and troubling, because they're being removed, and I wasn't even told that YouTube didn't send me a letter or nothing. They just going through my channel, removing my videos. So all of my videos that's disabled, unfortunately, like I said, I don't know why, but like I stated in the other video, this is a private company. Truth is not popular in this time. It wasn't popular in Jesus' day. So this is what I expect. You know, there's a purge going on. And even the ones that's not even dealing with what I'm talking about right now is being purged, because someone was telling me, oh, they click on it and it said video was removed because somebody flagged it and said it was offensive. There's a whole lot of things on YouTube that's offensive, that don't even have, like, you know, the little warning that pop up before you watch this video. You know, this type of content is going to be on this video. My battery is getting ready to die, so I'm going to have to come back. So it's just kind of weird that all these horrible things are on there, and way worse than what I'm saying. Like, I don't use no profanity, none of these things, but I said the truth is not popular in this time. So you guys could follow me on Vimeo. I'm sorry about my videos being disabled on YouTube. You can see all my videos on Vimeo. So I apologize for that. And I also hope I got my point across for those who are Jews who were possibly offended, because I don't know, because I don't get no feedback. YouTube doesn't tell you why they disable or remove your videos. You know, you have to guess at what's going on until people start, you know, sending you messages. So that's one thing I basically wanted to state, that I'm not going to say that anymore, because you have people that just don't even know. You know, like they said, you grow up and you've been this all your life. And so it could be offensive for someone to say, you know, you're not real, or you're this, or to put you in a type of category, or make a broad generalization about a certain group of people, when there is a difference amongst the groups. So hopefully all of this get through on this video. But we're going to keep on pushing forward, and hopefully things will turn around. Thank you for, I wanted to thank the few people that subscribed to me. I don't even know if I said that in the beginning, because my mind is just kind of racing right now. But thank you for subscribing to my channel and listening to the things that I had to say. So obviously, you know, the truth is not for everybody, but for some people that's like me, who's looking for a better place. You know, we know that this sinful world is coming to an end. All the injustices that's taking place, how everything is flipped, evil is good, good is evil, you know, but, you know, Jesus is going to make it right. And you have those Jews, which are my brothers and sisters, that say they looking for Messiah to come, you know, and they can live anywhere. So, please forgive me to those who, might have thought I was stereotyping them. Thank you again. All right.